Are you ready for an adrenaline-packed adventure? Just like these beefy guys, every team member is built like a cowboy. Yet today, an odd duck waltzed in behind them. This hat-wearing kid strolled into the firehouse looking like a malnourished matchstick with a lot of tails in his eyes. Clearly a hidden genius, Little Mustache knew him from their first aid class and was aware of his quirks. So when he heard he was here to apply, he played the overly friendly rejecter, saying positions were filled. Sensing hostility, the kid politely thanked him and left. But just then, Matchai hollered to stop him and shush the crowd. He quickly ushered the kid into his office because, let's face it, he was short on hands. However, Matchai wasn't just taking anyone. He wanted to know why this hidden genius wanted to join the firefighting squad. The kid's name was Brendan. Brendan was your typical social observer, having survived both dabbled in powder and cell time. Recently, he found out his ex-girlfriend was pregnant with his kid, which sent him into a tailspin. Raised without a father, he didn't want his kid to start life without a dad. Determined to turn his life around, Brendan made the bold choice to join the firefighting crew, and that was more than enough for Matchai. No further chit-chat, time to get to work. Matchai ordered Little Mustache to pass on all his wisdom to Brendan. Reluctant, but the captain's orders were not. A lanky Jesse sprinted over to Matchai, questioning why he was keeping Brendan. Was he not worried he'd be a drag? Matchai just shrugged, not feeling chatty. He just said they'd see how he did and led the crew up the mountain, urging everyone to soak in the stunning scenery. When the wildfires hit, everything would have one unified name: Matchai's hard work. Just like a loyal dog, you know? A devoted dog, an incredibly devoted dog, the fruit of Matchai's blood, sweat, tears, and efforts, loyal to the extent of a canine. Upon returning to camp, the man with the little mustache joked Brendan shouldn't kick the bucket halfway, should he? And just as Matchai spun around to head back, Jesse called out, pointing at the wobbly figure of Brendan sort of lurching his way back. Brendan stumbled over, looking utterly spent, then pulled out his phone and showed Matchai his summit selfie. The bro code? Simple, sometimes a tad awkward. At that moment, Matchai was officially putting Brendan on his radar. The kid was training hard and also, during breaks, had sneaked to the store for snacks and dropped them off at his ex-doorstep like a secret superhero. Not knowing what a newborn could eat, he figured this was his best shot at showing he cared. His ex noticed the changes. As captain, Matchai had been married years without a kid. Back then, his wife was on board, but as they aged, their views shifted. Matchai poured all his energy into the firehouse, training his crew day after day. To be the elite, Brendan's struggle with fire rules often threw Matchai for a loop. While he was pumping out push-ups, Little Mustache mocks Brendan's ex for not losing baby weight. This thoroughly set Brendan off. His fist was just about to slam into Little Mustache's face with great force when Matchai cut in, saying, "You have my permission to hit him, but on one condition: you'll have to leave the firehouse." Brendan held his tongue and channeled his fury back into push-ups, while the other teammates warned Little Mustache, saying, "Teasing newbies is fine, just don't drag family into it." Little Mustache realized he had gone too far, and thankfully, this firefighting team finally got an assessment opportunity. They headed to another mountainous area for a firefighting mission, geared up swiftly and hopped on a chopper straight to the blazing fire zone. Where the helicopter landed, it was a fiery inferno with intense heat. Throwing up was common. At the foot of the flames, Matchai ordered everyone to set up fire barriers, then took the lead to scout the blaze. As smoky plumes ascended, Matchai devised a wicked plan and instructed his team to ignite this side of the mountain first. That way, when the big fire rolled in, there'd be nothing left to burn. Prosecutor Hayes was an old firefighter too, and he couldn't believe Matchai's strategy, thinking facing fire would only make things hotter. Matchai realized he was being impulsive, but the mission at hand was still putting out fires. No matter what, he had to honor that uniform, and Brendan along with Little Mustache lit the front fire as per Matchai's orders. This exhilarated Brendan, who was on his first real mission, but he wasn't just there to back Matchai. He was there to prove himself and do something great too. He wanted to support Matchai making a difference. Matchai felt a surge of pride watching Brendan's capability unfold. Just as they were gearing up to withdraw, Little Mustache accidentally stepped onto a hot patch. Nighttime hit, and the other side of the mountain was scorched clean. Matchai stood on a rock, still feeling a bit uncrisp. After a night of burning, the mountain lay charred, yet Matchai's crew performed spectacularly. The chopper arrived to pick them up. Before boarding, Little Mustache said to Brendan, "No strap, no helicopter boarding. DIY solution it is." Back at base, Matchai was deep in self-blame. Amidst the chaos, Julian's phone rang, and that's when Matchai finally lost it. Matchai yanked off his glove, which had a thin strap caught on it, in a fit of rage. He didn't think Dulin would show up at the firehouse. Opening the door, he found Matchai sitting on the floor, and his heart raced. Thinking, what's going on with this kid now? Could you tell us what the trend is for this year? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next episode.